I think re-electing Obama is a disaster, but I would certainly endorse the Republican nominee, but I think that Mitt Romney will have a very, very hard time trying to differentiate himself.
Well, Newt Gingrich says he'll take it all the way to the convention if he has to. He believes he's the candidate true conservatives will rally around.
Conservatives clearly are rejecting Romney. He is nowhere near getting a majority, and the fact is, once you get beyond Florida, these are all proportional representation states. This is going to go on all the way to the convention. The conservatives are going to come together and decide they do not want a Massachusetts liberal to be the Republican nominee.
One right-winger who sure seems to be in Newt's corner, former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin.
So, if for no other reason, rage against the machine, vote for Newt. Annoy a liberal, vote Newt. Keep this vetting process going. Keep the debate going.
Keep the vetting process going. I'm joined tonight by Bill Burton, former White House Deputy Secretary under President Obama and co-founder of Priorities USA Action, and Joan Walsh, editor-at-large, Salon.com. Joan, you first tonight. Do the Republicans really believe that a long, drawn-out ride all the way to the convention is going to be the best way to beat President Obama?
No, I don't think they do. I think it's great for President Obama and it's great fun for us. But, this is serious bloodletting. Ed, I mean, these two guys, Mitt and Newt, they hate each other. This is a hate-off. So the longer this goes on, I think the weaker Romney becomes. And there's also, I have no love for Sarah Palin, but people who are really trying to sort of blacken the eye of the Republican establishment, whatever that is, are really trying to say we will not accept this guy. So you've got Newt saying, I'm going to fight on to the convention. You've got Ron Paul saying, I'm going to do it through the caucus states. This could stay very interesting, even though I really don't have any doubt, I never have, that Mitt is going to be the nominee.
Bill, what's it do for the Democrats? A long, drawn-out fight by the Republicans.
Well, the longer it lasts, the more Mitt Romney has to take positions that are just even further outside of the mainstream. He's already doubled down on his support for the Ryan budget, which is a killer for him. He's already doing irreparable harm for himself with Hispanic voters, the fastest growing demographic, most important in this election probably. And then, today he's answering questions about Medicare fraud down in Florida. So the longer that Mitt Romney has to talk about these issues that are putting him outside the mainstream, I think the better it is for Democrats.
What do you make of Newt Gingrich saying he's going to go all the way to the convention?
I think that's great. That's what democracy is all about.
But could he do it? I mean, do you really think he could do it? Does he have the resources to do that?
He is right in the sense that there is a majority of Republicans who are against Mitt Romney. Regardless of the fact that he's been running for president for the last 6 years, he has not been able to put together a coalition of voters that can put him over the top. Now, he may well win in Florida. He started with a big advantage on absentee ballots, even before South Carolina results came in. But Newt could certainly go all the way to the convention if he can hold his campaign together.
Joan Walsh, Newt Gingrich, and Mitt Romney were the only ones campaigning in Florida today. Ron Paul is already focusing on Nevada. His infrastructure there is very strong. Can Paul stop Romney's momentum after Florida? What do you think?
I don't think he can fully stop the momentum, but I think he can be another bump in the road. There can be a bumpy road on the way to the coronation, and there's going to be one in these caucus states. It does make me think about how Hillary Clinton stayed in the race for good reasons. It wasn't as bitter as this is, but, he can actually rack up some delegates. I don't know what he's going to use them for, and make it hard for Mitt to reach that magic number where everybody breathes a sigh of relief and just says, okay, now we're looking forward to November. That might not happen for a long time.
Yeah, according to a recent ABC News Washington Post poll, 49% of Americans have an unfavorable view of Mitt Romney. 51% view Gingrich unfavorably. Those are high numbers for non-incumbent candidates. Bill, what does this mean when it comes to the general election?
Rarely has a major party's nominee gone into the general election with such high unfavorables. And so for Mitt Romney to have already taken on so much water for his stewardship at Bain, for his stewardship of the state of Massachusetts, for the decisions that he made all along the campaign trail to alienate Hispanic voters with his nativist language, I think all of that is baggage that he carries, and it's going to be very hard for him to get out from under.
Well, David Axelrod got in a dig at Mitt Romney today, sending out this tweet, how loving owners transport their dogs, with a picture of President Obama and his dog Bo inside a car. Joan, your thoughts of this?
Well, Ed, you know I'm a dog lover, and my dog Sadie is actually a member of Dogs Against Romney. There is a group on Facebook that protests his treatment. I love that picture. I sent it around to all my friends. So, you know, we're definitely going to win if it is on the grounds of dog treatment. Absolutely.
I want to quickly, Bill, all the verbal attacks, all the incoming on President Obama just in the last week. You know, the head of the RNC, Congressman West in Florida, and you've got Jan Brewer of Arizona. I mean, is this what it's going to be like going and all the things that, you know, Mitt and Newt have been saying? Is this just the way it's going to be?
I think it's going to be blisteringly negative. And if you look at how tough Mitt Romney's super PAC has been against Newt Gingrich over the course of this primary, just imagine what they're going to do to try to take the paint off the side of President Obama's barn come the general election. So I think that you're looking at what is going to be hundreds of millions of dollars in attacks. And that's just beside what all the Republican surrogates are going to be out there.
I want to talk to you about money, because it is about the money, no question about it. Bill Burton and Joan Walsh, stay with us. Mitt Romney said that he wished he could claim he was Hispanic because it would help him with Latino voters. But it's his policies, not his heritage, that are costing him support. Stay tuned. Lots more coming up.